the Nintendo Switch 2 is finally here with a whole lot of nothing given to people waiting for this to be announced. This was 10 days ago, the 16th, I believe this was announced. Wake up one morning, 6:30 in the morning my time, bam, new trailer is out. Here's the thing. It's been kind of mixed responses from what I've seen, Kyle. This is pretty much a mixture of what I was expecting and hoping not to happen at the same time. It's a very quick, just 2-minute long trailer, shows you kind of what the new design looks like, and a snippet of a possible new Mario Kart game, with not a lot more details given out, which is left people up in the air because so much is leaked beforehand from third party, wherever, that people were expecting a lot more. And I even said the day before this, I was like, if they don't give us anything new on games, this whole announcement's going to be kind of for naught and just pleasantries at this point. But it's here, slightly bigger. It's a fully blacked out color scheme with just colors on the inserts and the thumbsticks on the handles here. New kickstand in the back to lay it fully down. There is still unannounced button on the right-hand controller that people don't know what it's for quite yet. There's possible mouse functionality, which leaves me absolutely befuddled because I don't want to use that / don't know what they were using for. But the Switch 2 is here, with more information to come April 2nd, as far as games, hopefully price and release date. But God, it's going to be a long 2 months now, having this out in the open.
Yeah, no, I kind of don't feel that way at all. But I understand why, people and you feel that way. This feels like an announcement that maybe got forced by a month, maybe a couple weeks due to all the leaks. I mean, those leaks at CES confirmed what this was. We already knew this, because of all the stuff that happened, and not just the leaks at CES. So this kind of feels lackluster, maybe because they had to get something out, and they just felt internally they had to, which is fine. I mean, we get to hypothesize and look at it still. What they're going to do is still going to be great. I do have full confidence in this type of system. The mouse support, I think it is going to be a thing, and there's a breadth of opportunity for that. But we still have so many questions. Are they going to fix the online system and how it corresponds with other systems? They're getting Call of Duty this year or next year, right? At some point, Call of Duty's coming. How are you going to play that? You're not playing that with the Nintendo Switch mouse, of course, but is it just Switch users being put with Switch users? That user base is going to be really interesting for a Call of Duty title multiplayer, right? So it's going to be, my biggest question is, does the Switch, will it talk to other services, right?
Yeah.
Will it be able to, go for it.
I was going to say, that's up in the news a lot too, with other stuff around Xbox, of them being one of the primary developers for the Switch 2 as far as games go, which isn't really surprising. But how much of that's actually going to be, are you going to be loading up an Xbox profile on your Switch 2, or how is that all going to work as far as online services? We talked the last 2 weeks ago now about the downloadable games, because the Switch hardware is not able to keep up, how much of that's going to interact, or if the Switch 2 is going to get slightly weaker versions, or just like a multiplayer only Call of Duty, or what. There's a lot up in the air still.
Yeah, so this is just confirming what we knew, nothing too crazy and too special, but it'll be interesting what studios now announce, hey, we do have a game coming to Switch. A lot of these indie games should be able to announce it. Xbox has been, and we'll get into all that, pretty open with their games going to other platforms, and the Switch hardware has to be capable of running better games. It already can run quite a few AAA games that are downgraded or using cloud, but it just has to be on par with what we're getting now out of the Series S, or barely. It doesn't need to do 1440p or anything. It could be downgraded, but it should be able to run Call of Duty, this year's Call of Duty, right? That's the deal in place. So it gets me excited, but yeah, it's all still speculation. Now the official rumor is no longer a rumor. It's just here.
Yeah, it's still one of the things where bunch of people upset, whatever, having an issue with stuff online because that's what we do. No matter what, this thing's going to sell gangbusters. Like, it doesn't matter what or how little they did show. This is still going to be the biggest thing of the year, arguably, depending on GTA 6. Even then, I feel like this has a better chance. As mentioned, it'll be interesting to see launch lineups. We talked a little bit about that, how much or how little they're going to do with that. They did at the end here, I have paused, announce or discuss backwards compatibility, which is really nice. Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported on or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2, with more details to be shared later, which I feel is pretty upfront. I've seen a lot of people assuming that the only ones that aren't going to be are ones that specifically use Joy-Cons in a weird way. The first generation Joy-Cons now, Ring Fit Adventure. I can still see Nintendo doing... Yeah, and Labo. I can still see Nintendo doing something weird as far as how PlayStation does, where it's kind of like a paid upgrade for certain things, maybe. But yet to be seen. It depends on how much the Switch 2 actually enhances older stuff. We're happy they at least gave us that to work off of.
Oh yeah, no, that they said this too before in like a weird press release where it will be forward compatible with the current Switch games or whatever, backwards, whatever the proper term is. This is great. This is good. I had another point, but it slipped my mind, so sorry.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I say, it's we have it now. Now it's a 3-month wait, whatever, till more information, which should hopefully turn people's minds that are having a negative connotation about this. I'm hoping launch lineup's good. I'm hoping this is $400 console. If it's any more, I'm immediately out. I don't see myself spending that much on a Switch.
I'm not even. This is not even close to a day one buy for me. I have a kid though; it's different, and I have a Switch OLED, so I'm good, right? And I'm not desperately playing these games. But yeah, I mean, it's clear this is just going to be more of the Switch, but it's going to be able to play other games, third-party games, which I think is the biggest thing. It's going to be interesting what they do with the online. If they go more Game Pass route with, hey, yeah, pay our Nintendo Online subscription, and then you get Breath of the Wild in 4K and Tears of the Kingdom, and that's how they deliver it, or if it will be piecemeal. They literally can do anything they want. They sit in between they can do what they want, so that'll be fascinating, but I like the size.
Yeah, size increase is nice. Very, very welcome addition. I'm curious. I don't think they will because I feel like it's too nice. But I hope that this first version will be the OLED model. But I see this being just how they did a Switch base screen, give you the OLED later as an upgrade, which is fine. It's business. Do what you gotta do. But
it probably will be a QLED or one of the not true OLED things, but it fakes it, to a degree. That's like the TV I have. It's a QLED. So the difference escapes me fully, but there's ways they can get around it and still have that crisp and that those contrasts with the colors and the vibrance that you get with OLED. You could fake it for it now, and hopefully they did do that. Yeah, because going back and forth, I just pulled out my Switch Lite again and like thinking about giving it and trying to use it with my daughter. Still barely 18 months, almost 18 months, around there, who knows at this point. She's almost 2 years. That's what matters. But just looking at the difference between the colors is crazy between just the base Switch and the Switch Lite and the OLED. I think it'd be hard to go back for a lot of people. And I think Nintendo wouldn't want to go back to an LCD screen. So again, who knows?
With this, they get Mario Kart footage. Mario Kart do anything for you? So this isn't a day one for you. It's not no Mario Odyssey 2, but does Kart do anything particular?
I mean, I wish it was Double Dash. Do something a little different. Triple Dash, have threesomes on the carts. Who knows, right? There's a lot of things you could do. But I mean, yeah, it's just like, hey, we have a new Mario Kart. It's new because it looks different. Guess what? That's it. So it's hard to. I mean, I like Mario Kart. It's a great party game. It's something that yeah, eventually I will pick up, whether it's sooner or later. I don't know, but yeah, Mario Kart's a great time. We still whip it out every now and then just to play an evening, and it's just fun. So yeah.
There's something with this trailer that I feel like it's a smoke and mirrors type of thing. Like, I believe this is the next game, but I feel like they intentionally left something out of this trailer that they want to reveal as like the new twist to it. Because yeah, it looks like kart. It's what you expect. 24 racers now supposedly. But this particular last scene on screen, if you're on video, it's just a very long, empty stretch with nothing going on and an empty outside of Yoshi Burger over here. With it just missing that Nintendo charm. Like, you hop on a Mario Kart 8 track and that thing is to the brim on the sides with people or things happening or things going on, and this just looks super empty to me in a weird way that I'm not ready to accept.
Look at the draw distance, though. That's what they're showing off.
I don't draw distance in my kart game. People pay attention to the track. I just feel like there's something here missing. I feel they'll drop this trailer again and either some item thing, something on the track, something different, or this is how they transition to show it off where something wild happens. I've seen people speculate about open world, semi-open world races, which not really my thing for kart, but we'll see. I'm so excited.
Could be, I mean, it's a different art style. They're different karts, so it looks like it's going to be a new game. It shouldn't be just 8 up-res to 9. Like, this should have a departure. It could be a Forza Horizon style game for sure, set in a new Mario Kingdom, right? That could be unique. And then guess what? The 3D Mario or whatever Mario game's next is in this new kingdom, and it open worldy and multiplayer. You know, I could see that, but I don't know. It just looks like a Mario track to me. I didn't look that deep into it. It wasn't enough to care too much for me. Just like, cool, you chose to show off this Mario game.
Which, I mean, it's probably the best choice. If you look at sales numbers, like, kart is, well, with Smash, like, their top thing. It's more than mainline games. Like, that's, like you said, it's the party casual aspect of it, where it is for your people who are just, oh, I have a Switch on hand, I'm going to pick up kart because it's the reliable thing. But I think it was smart to show it off. I just wish there was something else here to go along with it.
Yeah. You'll get it.
April 2nd. Switch Direct. Can't wait.